Let's go.
Welcome back to Geekshow Helpdesk, where Orlando interrupts the intro music every time.
Go.
Do you have to deal with that on other podcasts, like on your other adventures?
No, of course
They're
not.
all just adults?
They're professionals.
They know how
Jaron,
to...
you shut your trap
Hang on.
so much.
On the other podcasts, they know how to shut up during the intros, and they know not to mess with their camera angles. That's
Never change.
There's a reason we're on the bottom, Jaron. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, I'm a bottom guy.
There
I
it
like
goes.
Whoa.
All right, this is a Geek Show Help Desk where we talk about tech, gadgets, and science-related things. Got plenty of stuff to talk about this week. But before we do so, let's introduce our panelists. Right here, the Coramore.
The Coramore. Every week, I'm going to change my Wheel of
What's
Time
the Coramore
reference.
from Wheel of
Dude,
Time?
Yep.
Is that before?
That's the Dragon
or is that-
Reborn.
What?
Yep.
Who says that? What?
I can't tell you.
Oh, okay. I was going to say
You're
I'm up
close.
to book 7. I haven't
You're
heard
close.
that phrase yet. All right,
Yeah,
all
you're
right.
close. You're very
All right.
close.
Fair enough. That's O-Dog.
So,
Here we got Jaron.
Hey, I'm Jaron. You can
With
find
us.
me on Geek Show Arcade or on Blue Sky at Jaronius.
Terrible new camera angle. Check it out
It's
on
the
YouTube.
worst.
Leave a comment.
hey, you know
Tell
what?
us what
Come
you
watch.
think.
Come watch the YouTube video so you can look down on him like we all do.
You think you'd get
I'm used
enough
to
of
it.
that without a camera angle?
Oh,
That's
this
funny.
is
What I
Oh,
just
this is
said.
a
I'm
real
used
life-
to it.
this is a real life perspective. This is what everybody sees all the time.
Because he's
Exactly.
so
They-
short.
Yeah,
You
it's
can
a short
see
joke. Nailed
the
it. Got it. Thanks, Lando.
beautiful Hair.
And we got Lando.
Hey, it's Lando. I'm just fair warning tonight. I am in a super sassy mood. I have had a heck of a Tuesday,
So is Jaron.
which happens to be a Monday, and it's been a day, and I'm sassy, and I'm just on one,
Which day has it been?
and I'm rearing to go. I'm going to
Tuesday?
release some of this energy into the podcast universe, and it's going to be a good show. The in between, boy howdy, you should prepare yourself for the in between of the century. In
Stop
between
touching your
plus a
microphone.
billion.
It sounds horrible, dude.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't sound as bad as our host.
And guess what? We have a host.
Oh yeah.
Nobody sounds as bad as me.
We love him. His name's Tony.
Quad T. Check me out on Blue Sky at Quad T or on other Geek Show podcasts. All right.
Jaron, when you go to the doctor and they measure you, they crush your hair down, or do you do that? Do you get some?
It makes it
Do they?
floofier.
Are they like? Are they
Get an
like?
extra inch.
They're like, sorry, we're gonna have to measure from your scalp, not the 4 inches of volume.
So, I don't know if you've been to a doctor ever since you were a teenager, but
Yeah.
they don't measure adults for height anymore.
It's true.
Oh, I still go to the pediatrician. They do it all the time.
That's not a
What's-
pediatrician. That's a veterinary
Oh,
doctor.
huh.
Oh, and
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, disregard. I retract my question.
Yeah.
And out of shame. Moving on. Go ahead, Tony.
What's up, Owen? Hey.
Nothing. Nothing's up, Tone.
Okay. Well, emails. Do we have any emails this week?
Yeah, we got one.
Email.
Got a couple.
So is it
all right,
one or is it a couple?
got a couple.
All right.
Got an email from our friend across the pond, Chris.
Hello,
Oh, Mr.
Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Cushley.
Mr. Cushley.
Hi guys, I haven't heard you guys mention this yet, so perhaps you haven't heard about it. And since you're into finding deals, it might be of interest. You know, Honey, the browser extension that tries to find you
Boy,
discount
do I.
codes at checkout, the one that a lot of YouTube creators promoted as a sponsor. Well, it turns out if you have the Honey extension installed, it has been secretly applying its affiliate code to your purchases. Not only that, but if you use an affiliate link for a creator that you like, Honey secretly changes it to theirs instead and steals the credit for the sale.
It's so much worse. It's
There's
so
a
much
video
worse.
that explains it in more detail, and he links to a video called "Exposing the Honey Influencer Scam." I'm sure a lot of people have seen it on YouTube already. I've been collecting the poop and support material for my P1S since I got it in November.
Ah.
We're talking about 3D printer poop, gentlemen.
Yep.
And I plan on melting it down into some cool silicone molds. I've seen it done with skull molds, and the multicolor skull it makes looks pretty neat.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
I've just started printing some Helldiver armor, so I expect my collection to grow quite a bit over the next few
Nice.
months.
That's a
Very
good call.
nice.
How do you melt it down without getting what temperature do you have to get it to?
Well, anything above
200.
220. I mean, I think I print at 220. I got to check my settings.
Mine's
out.
at
How do you
200.
how do you
210,
how do
I
you
think
do
I
that?
put
How do you
me.
do that how do you do that large enough to make it pourable into a silicone mold? That'd be pretty.
I don't
pretty
know.
neat. Oh,
You'll have to go down
Set
a
us-
YouTube rabbit hole. Check it
No.
out.
I don't think so. I'll
Start
just wait for him
collecting
to
your
send.
poop, Owen. Start collecting it.
I don't think that means the same for me, but I'm just going to wait for him to send pictures of his.
There's no
of
time like
his-
the present, Owen.
There you
No,
go.
there
Today.
is. Yeah, send us pictures when you
right.
do that.
Thanks, Chris. Did we say another one? Another email?
Oh, we are going to talk
honey?
about. We,
Yeah, we're going to talk about honey
We
and
teased
later.
it. Yeah,
I got
it's
that.
gonna
Yeah.
come.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Got an email from Lang. He says, "Hi, fellas. Glad everyone had a
Lando
great
leaps
time."
lovingly, waiting for Lang's emails. Sorry. I
Longing
Letters from
for
Lang,
Lang's
you
emails.
Whatever it
moron.
is.
You-
Letters.
Whatever. The thing happened, and I'm happy.
See, look how
Don't-
I'm super mean.
Poop
I'm
on my
super mean.
parade!
I'm super mean, and Jaron breaks out in laughter. It's just like
He loves it.
the worst. You guys. I'm,
Oh, the
I'm
way
sorry,
you said
Landon.
it,
I'm
it was-
sorry, Landon.
Let me enjoy the thing that's happening
Pure-
right now with Lang.
pure malice, Owen, and it
Yeah, I
was
know.
so good.
That was yeah.
Yeah.
On the
anyway,
level of 1 to harsh, that was harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I felt
Moron.
bad again. God.
He says, "Hi, fellas. Glad everyone had a great time at CES. I had a quick question for each of you.
Except for
What-
Lando.
Yeah, not Lando.
Lando was there in spirit.
Yeah.
I
What?
was.
What are your tech pet peeves? Someone not knowing a keystroke, having pointless equipment, or not using a device to its full potential? Your favorite Lang. P.S. I am a lucky son of a gun and will get to go to Japan at the end of next month. Any tech you want me to hunt for?"
Dude,
Yep.
that's awesome.
I have one in specific. I need you to verify James's story to see if they actually sell underwear in vending machines. Used
Would not surprise
underwear.
me. They sell everything in vending machine. over in Japan.
or alternately the
Don't ask for the
baby-
hentai DVDs in the vending
no
machine.
no
I'm
I'll
sure
ask
that's
that
real
pri-
too.
That's gonna be private chat. So, but the male baby batter specimen collection
What?
receptacles. Yeah.
What?
Wait, what? Say it
What?
again? What's the thing?
I think we're just gonna move along.
Baby
and
batter.
disregard-
No, stop. Write
Baby
this down.
batter.
Tech
baby
pet
batter
peeves.
Stop.
receptacles.
Stop.
Oh.
Owen, write this
sorry.
down. This is in between content.
Okay.
No,
right.
I don't think it's content anyone wants.
What?
I do.
No,
This is
maybe.
in between content.
Yeah, there's a
Anyway.
we talked about this before. Anyway, biggest pet peeve: people coming to ask your advice, then not taking it.
Oh,
Like
that's a
coming up and
good
being
one.
like, "Hey, what do you think I should do about this cable?" And you're like, "Here you go, blah blah blah. Spent my time, my energy. Here's my experience." And they're like, "I decided to go with this. I didn't
Yep.
really." Ooh,
along those lines.
Yeah.
Along those lines,
Yeah.
anyone that comes to me asking questions that hasn't at all tried to research it themselves.
I
You-
think we've all been victims of that from me before.
yeah, all the time, and it comes from at me from work. It comes at me from friends, from family. I'm always just like, so what have you found out first in your research? What have you already found out? You know,
Yeah.
and because like I'm not Google. Like I could probably give you an answer, but
There is a select few people that
you
I
gotta learn how to.
allow that bypass for.
Yeah, of
A
course. Like
very small
life.
wife and
you
I
know?
think maybe 2 other people that I'm like,
Yeah,
they
but-
I am that perk for them. So I'm
Right.
like, oh, okay.
but you gotta try to fish first before I'm gonna give you the fish.
So
you
three
know?
things for me. Building on Owen's, recommending something to someone and they don't listen to you. But to be more specific, when they ask you because they know you're the expert in that thing and they still reject your advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Like-
man.
Like almost
yeah.
every time you've asked me questions about your computer. And I
Bull
tell you
crap,
what
dude.
to
I have the
do,
exact same build as you.
and I
This
tell
is-
you what to do, and you don't do it.
I have
So
the
I-
exact same build
I
as
have-
you.
I know.
Like let's go back. Like here's a really good example. Tony said after you make registry changes, reboot. And
Reboot the
Sharon said, nah.
No, more like
You don't need to.
It's-
I just won't even
it's-
engage.
I know.
All right, number 2. Number 2. I don't remember number 2, so I'm going to skip to number 3.
Number 3.
Number 3,
It's always 3 things with you.
laptops that are grody that haven't been washed, like the keycaps
That's me.
and the monitor screen that haven't ever been washed in
Yeah.
like
What about when you
Gross.
tip them? What about when you tip them?
You hear
Oh.
the
And human
No.
human dry skin and whatever comes out of the keys. I deal with that a lot. I get a lot of laptops back from employees, and I tip. I bought gloves. I'm not a
You should.
germaphobe, and I
You know,
bought gloves.
I don't even think we're answering the right thing because I think he just asked for tech pet peeves, and we're doing tech support pet peeves. But I like
True.
what we're doing anyway.
We're the
so
help
I'm
desk.
gonna go
This is
for it.
on
What did you
brand.
expect?
This
So
is
here's mine. Mine's
classic.
right. Mine is right in line with your guys', right? So my pet peeve is when IT professionals, specifically IT professionals, don't take the time to like try and figure out the interface. Let me expound. So I am the director of the operations department at the university that I work
Ooh,
at, right?
Fancy.
Yeah, it's super
You didn't
fancy.
name the university. Settle down, Jerry.
And somehow we are in charge of managing our Atlassian stacks. We manage Jira and Confluence and blah blah blah. The amount
That's a
of
rough
dumb
interface
questions
to
I
get
get,
into.
it's like, how do I create a ticket? You press the big button up there that says create. Just take 2 seconds, look around the damn screen, and press the button that says the thing. You're an IT professional.
Be
At the end of the
observant.
day, all we do is like, okay, we want to do this thing. Which button sounds most like the thing we want to do?
To
And
be
then you
fair,
click it, and if it works, cool. If not, look for a button that also sounds
Atlassian-
like the thing you want to
to
do.
be fair,
That's it.
Atlassian and
fair.
Jira are very complex. Like
no,
once
the
you click
UI is
ticket,
pretty
then you
easy.
click ticket. It's like make a new ticket. They're not asking how to make a new
Jaren,
ticket.
Not
They're
Jared. Owen.
they're asking
No.
click on new ticket and then fill out a litmus, just a litany. I mean, a litany of
yeah.
questions.
So I can tell you your problem. Your problem's not with Jira itself. The problem's with your admin who set up the damn form.
Who
I bet that's
customized
probably that sounds like you. So my problem is with you.
No, I make my form simple.
So
Anyway, the point
To who?
is, IT professionals don't look at their interface and just click the button on the interface that says the thing they want to do.
Yep.
Just, and if it
I hear
doesn't
ya.
like, and the thing is, like, you're not even professional. There's nothing permanent. Click the thing, and if it breaks it, undo it, and then try something else. Like, that's our job.
yeah. On a side note, my biggest port I/O on laptops, taking away the network port and not putting enough USB-A ports on there
would-
anymore is
Yeah,
annoying.
I would say that in general with gadgets is the removal of
Yeah.
functionality. As
give
gadgets
it to me.
as
You don't
gadgets
need the
quote
headphone
progress
port, the headphone
end
jack.
quote.
Like
When
what?
was the
Like
last time
what?
you
Yeah,
actually
like-
wanted that?
Yeah, like what?
The Apple trend of the teens.
Uh-huh.
They've reversed that lately, which is great.
Mhm.
Which is good.
Like the IR
Yeah.
blaster, just like.
Oh yeah, that too.
I thought
We
you were
have a-
gonna.
we
I
have a
thought you were gonna
story
bring me
about
right
that.
into that.
We have a story about that in arcade, unfortunately.
Ooh.
I don't
Yes!
think you're gonna like it, Owen.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
okay. I'm sadder now. Maybe I will.
All right. Well, thanks for writing in,
Disassociate.
Lang.
Lang.
I'm excited for your Japan trip. That's freaking cool.
That is cool.
All right.
Eat some authentic sushi. So I want to know if that's the same here and there. Like how you go to Mexico or somewhere and you're like, anyway,
we know where you're going with that, Owen.
yeah.
I
Just
don't,
like,
but
you
say
know,
what's in between. Sounds
like-
like great content.
Okay.
Write it down.
I
Take
don't know if I
notes.
appreciates that, but I'm gonna allow it this time.
All right. We
You
got
know,
a bunch
like
of
when you
stories
go
to talk
to-
about, and some of them are very frustrating. Oh, I noticed one that I didn't get on there. I'll have to add it as we go. But
Do it
in the
live.
meantime, I'm going to kick it off with a DJI story. This is very interesting and seems pretty innocuous at first, but when you think about it, maybe it's not so innocuous. DJI has announced that they will no longer stop drones from flying over airports and no-fly zones, the White House,
Really?
wildfires.
They're done. They're done
no
being
longer
the police.
geofencing that.
Yeah, they're like, you know
How
what?
will
Manage
this
your own
help
crap.
them stay legal in the U.S.
I know.
I
It
think
really
it's the
feels like
China-
it really feels like it's a
It
thumbing
sounds
their
like
nose
a
to 'em,
yeah.
to
It
the
does.
US.
It feels a little bit like, you know what? Out of solidarity, we've been doing this for you. Do it yourself.
Yep. And it says
That's not going to go
DJI
well. though.
characterizes this as, quote, placing control back in the hands of the drone operators, end quote. So
Giving the control,
Oh,
giving
wow.
giving it back to the states. This is perfect. This is
That
exactly what we're all about.
seems-
giving it back
ladies.
to the States.
Wow.
That was a bad joke.
we
I apologize.
how many?
Oh,
how
geez.
many? Okay. How many flyovers do you expect we should get now? Because I'm thinking it's going to be daily over the White House,
I don't know.
into airports,
Could be.
restricted airspace. Oh, because the users are the most responsible. They would never choose to do that as some sort of.
Have you worked with users before?
Yeah, I
being
am
sarcastic.
one. I am one. And I would never do that.
No, of course.
And I
you
think that
wouldn't.
this will probably not frustrate the people in New Jersey with the drone phobia now either, right? Like this is like, I know you keep that tinfoil hat, but you need to get one for the entire state of New Jersey now.
It's a big hat.
Yeah, that's a big hat. It's a lot of tinfoil, Tony.
It's a lot.
Tell
All
about the
right,
tinfoil.
so there you go. DJI has said that. They also came out later and said this is not politically motivated. Sure.
Sorry.
Sure.
This
don't
has
know if
been a
that's
funny
possible.
episode.
I know,
I'm having
right?
a great time.
All right.
Whew.
Let's get it out of the way. Let's talk about, because it might spark a larger conversation. Also, we'll see how long Owen takes to tell this story. Let's talk about the honey stuff. Oh, he's rubbing his hands together. He's
Oh,
excited.
okay, it's not. It's
Here we
Wake
go.
me up in
Okay.
20 minutes, guys.
15
no.
minutes.
I've 5 minutes. 5. I promise. 5 minutes. Okay.
All right.
Sure.
If that, because I'm gonna
Let's
let
start a
you go
timer.
watch. I'm not gonna
Clock
take
is
credit
ticking.
from.
Why don't you just go?
Okay, Tony. When Jaron stops, my time begins.
Time is reset.
Okay, so this guy mega lag. He's
Strong
a
start.
oh my
Let him talk.
gosh.
Just let him talk.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
Mega lag is a YouTuber that started investigating honey, and how many you guys are? I mean, everybody. I mean, MKD3.
I never did.
Linus. I mean, so many influencers on YouTube.
Yeah, all the
I mean, Mr. Beast. Everybody's like, I mean, they had this video is damning, by the way. If you go watch I linked it in the show notes, but it's called
I
Mega
did.
Lag,
I watched it.
and there's 3 parts, and I could not believe the stuff that I start. Like I knew honey. Like I was like, oh, but something too good to be true ends up being too good to be true. Like I just kind of wrote it off, like whatever. But
To
Go.
be clear, right? The users of honey never got screwed.
Yeah, they kind of did, Tony.
Kinda did.
Here's how it works. So it affects
did they
all
get-
3. It affects the users, the influencers, and the retailers.
But they still got their coupons, right?
Mm-mm. That's the thing.
Kind of.
Let him cook, Tony.
Whoa,
Here,
Let
okay.
him
here we
cook.
go.
Yeah.
Here we
I'm
go.
excited to hear the
So
rest
so
of
so
this.
step one, when there's called the whole affiliate link industry decided to go with last click. Whoever like if you go to a blog and you see these shoes, it will save a cookie and you use their affiliate link to go out to Amazon. It will save that cookie, and then if you decide to buy that at another point, like you go back to Amazon, you buy it, you don't even go through their affiliate link, you're still buying it with their affiliate link because that cookie is saved for 30 days.
Okay.
And they all kind of agreed on that. And but if you go to another website, like, oh, I'm going to go to Linus's and buy it through his affiliate link because I saw the same deal, and I wasn't ready then, but I am now. Linus gets the affiliate purchase. Okay.
Mhm.
Right. So if
So-
if you watched a video from Owen on a graphics card, you're like, this is cool. I don't know. And then you
Yeah.
went and watched Linus's video, and you're like, you know what? I
Exactly.
do like this. And
Yep.
then you clicked and bought through his link. Owen would get nothing,
Yep. That's called last
even though
click.
he helped influence you, because Linus.
And so
was
that's
the last click,
that's
he gets
called
the
last
credit.
click. Now, honey, when you click on it, when you pop in Amazon, when you have honey and you've got that browser extension, honey says a few things. Hey, we've got some coupon codes for you. Okay. And you say, sweet. And you click it, it gives you the codes. What it doesn't do, and you can actually go test this. It opens up a browser tab and minimizes it. Minimizes the size on the
And
very
it happens
top.
really fast.
It happens really fast, and it punts the old affiliate link out of whatever affiliate code you came in with, and takes their commission. Period.
Mhm.
So like
Well, and it does that regardless of whether it finds coupon
Regardless.
codes or not.
That's
right? So it
regardless.
says, hey,
If
do
you
wanna
use
search for
honey
coupon codes?
whatsoever, if you use honey whatsoever, it's doing that, right? Even as you come there, and these guys are the ones promoting it,
Because
right?
they
But like
hijacked
Linus
you.
promoted it. Say he says install honey, then you use his link, and then honey steals his commission, and Linus actually figured this out in 2022. Didn't tell the larger community. They just stopped. He stopped promoting. If you look and you watch, he stopped promoting honey in 2022. And
So that's
when
when
the
Gamers
Mega
Nexus
Lag,
came after him about it.
yeah, and Mega Lag stated, he asked him why did you do that, and their response was, well, and they did some bull crap like, oh, it's something with the affiliate links, blah blah, and he's just like, I couldn't believe that Linus didn't, as a larger issue, see what was going on with the affiliate links. So that's number one. You go
Oh,
there,
connection is
honey,
not
get last
good.
click. Number two. Uh-oh, am I lagging?
Yeah, I bet
sorry.
your local recording's getting it. So keep talking.
Oh, okay. So, second thing, sometimes it comes up and says, "Hey, sorry, we didn't find anything," and there's a little bar that says "Got it," and it's an annoying pop down on your screen. You click "Got it," it punts the affiliate code and replaces it with its own. That's number 2. Number 3. This one is where it gets pretty creepy. There's a podcast from somebody talking about why would you go use honey, and she said for control. And she's like, you have absolutely control of all the coupon codes because honey has 20 million
marketing honey to the businesses, right? So
yeah,
it's like
to the business side, right? So they said
to
why
work
with us?
Yeah, why work with us, right? Okay. And so she said you get control of that. So honey has 20 million subscribers or whatever using this free app. And there's a coupon code out there for 25% off. Okay, that's a decent deal. But you can tell honey, I don't want you to use that code. When you search for that code, when you say you've got a coupon code, that is not one of the ones we want you to give out. And honey says, and this was the quotes from this guy Megalag where he pulled it, where Mr. Beast goes, if there's a good coupon code for it, honey has it, period. And Marcus Brownlee goes, this makes hunting for coupon codes an absolute thing of the past, right? And so these promoters or these influencers like, this is it. Well, no, the retailers get to choose which coupon codes are out there. So this guy literally went and proved, Megalag, he went and found a coupon code that gave him like $30 off or something. And the best one honey came up with
$2 off.
It's not servicing you as the consumer either, even though it's saying it was.
I see.
Well, and not only that, but honey's double dipping because in order for you to get that service from honey, you had to pay honey.
You have to pay them, and so they're getting.
So not only
paid.
Are they still in the affiliate deals, but they're also getting the
then honey
your,
came out.
Your 5 minutes ended about a minute and a half ago.
Oh
yeah,
dang!
It's okay. Keep going. This is good.
Okay,
You're in. We're in the deep.
Okay, here we go. Last part.
Stop.
Honey Gold. You can pay for this as a user.
Like a premium version?
A premium, Honey Gold, okay? You start getting points back for your purchases, okay? And the way it works is that Honey Gold, you pay it, you go pay a thing, and even if they can't find a coupon code, they give you points back, or you get points back for every purchase. So like, an $8
it's a rewards program.
It's a rewards program. You get points, right? And he went and the guy Megalek, he actually set up, he went and found a company that was willing to give him an affiliate code. And he did this as a blind test. Like he had never used this affiliate code. He used it. And, they took the commission anyway, cause you said, got it, right? They couldn't find a coupon code or whatever. So they punted they got last click and they took his $35 commission, which he proved by doing another sale without using the Honey app, but he used his own promo code. So the first one, he got 0 commission. The next one, the company gave him $35 in commission, US dollars. But then on the one that it got stolen by Honey, he looked because he also made that same purchase and it gave him, using Honey Gold, 89 points. You earned 89 points as the consumer. Remember, this is the consumer side, which amounts to 89 cents USD.
Yeah.
89 cents. So they not only did they take a $35 commission, because they have their own affiliate link with all these companies, right? Honey has gone out and gotten all these affiliate links with all these vendors. So they replace theirs. They get a $35 commission, which he proved. And then you, as the consumer that you're paying for premium, you only get 89 cents of that back as your points. And
Honey is just super shady. Like,
super
shady.
I didn't watch all 3 parts. There's 3 parts of this YouTube video, and the next one goes into coupon codes that weren't supposed to be released and how they got pulled into the app without being. Do you remember our affiliate link?
Yeah.
For BioBidet? Do you remember how wildly that went off the rails, but in a good way for us?
We
didn't promote that at all. Like we didn't hand out our.
We talked about it every
the only ones
week.
that had it was listed, but we didn't post it in.
Yeah, we shilled it. Like we said, hey,
we might have put it out on Twitter.
We put it out on. I think we put it on Twitter.
Our 32 followers.
Either way, it got scraped up by one of those coupon companies that scrapes the internet for coupon codes, and Honey got a hold of that and started pushing people to it, and it went wildly off the rails for us. We had no
You made
stake in it.
It was right. It was right at the start of the
How do
pet,
we
like,
make any money if it got into honey? Because honey
was
was still in there.
Well, oh yeah, this was
think it
before.
was-
I think it was before honey. 'Cause
Yeah,
this is
no, it wasn't before honey,
2019?
but it was. I think it was maybe they were actually operating in good faith at the time
Maybe, yeah.
because
When they got their start, yeah.
it was the first year of the pandemic. That year
Yeah.
we made like
Great,
800
right?
bucks.
The great toilet paper shortage.
Yeah, shortage exactly.
Yeah.
We made like 800 bucks that year off that affiliate code, and then they
Yeah.
stopped letting us use the affiliate code.
Yeah. Yeah. It stopped
Come on, Bio
working.
Bidet.
That was a
But,
great. Those guys, I still love those guys.
I
BioBidet still.
love their products.
I still love their products. So,
I don't have
yeah,
any ill will towards them.
But yeah, so go if you want to have your mind blown. Go watch Megalag's 3-part video series. I have the first video in the show notes. It is mind blowing. First of all, don't use honey. Just that's the way
Don't
that's
even
going
do
to
it.
go.
I never used honey because before I learned about honey, I found Capital One shopping.
Oh yeah,
And
is
I
it
think
more
at
on the
time
nose?
It was called like Shh. I
I
can't remember.
wonder.
It used to have an older name, but then Capital
Yeah.
One bought them up, and now it's their thing. And I've been using
Yeah.
that for years.
I
And
just
now I'm
wonder.
really
I have.
curious-
Yeah,
I'm really
I have.
curious if they're doing any of the same stuff.
Exactly. Like I'm I'm back to cert. Like I've always trusted but verified on that, where I've gone and I'm like, oh, here's the coupon codes that this extension is saying, whatever. Because there's been a couple others that do stuff like that I've used, but then I'll go look, and the effort of it makes me go,
Oh yeah, I don't look
oh,
anymore.
I'm just gonna use this one. You know, like.
Yep.
But I would initially I would still go look and be like, are there any better ones? And it was crazy because talking with that in that same vein, I found this coupon code, and he went and found a coupon code for like 30% off, and then he used honey, and it only gave him like a 5% discount because that vendor had told honey not to list the big one.
All right, I've heard this part 3 times
Okay.
now. I think it's time to cut Owen off.
Sorry, go ahead. It's still a good information. It's not. That was new information, Jerry.
No,
It was.
you've said that
Bottom
3
line,
times.
don't use
2
honey.
other
Honey
times.
sucks. They're
I hate-
super shady, and they
hate
So
to tell you,
anyway, don't
but-
use honey.
yeah,
They're
don't.
not good.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
You take a look at Capital One. That one's been good, but then again, I don't know the back end issues on it if there are any.
The one
So,
I've used,
the-
but it doesn't necessarily do the same thing. But it's called Canalizer. It's an extension that tracks pricing on Amazon over time.
Yeah.
Mm.
So when things go on sale, it's like this is the best price we've seen, and you can go back to they have a graph of pricing on Amazon items over time, and it's been handy.
That's why I'm obsessed with you guys in Slick Deals. You guys are my Slick Deals canaries because I don't have the time to set up Slick Deals notifications, and so I wait for you guys to say, "Here's a great deal in Slick Deals."
Well, did you see the deal I posted today?
I did. I want those. I am so close to buying those Denons.
Denon Pearl Pros on Woot
Oh.
for $130, normally 300.
That's
and
like
those
the other
are-
cheap ones we talked about last week.
Those
No, these are the Neuratrues, right?
Neuratrues. Neura was bought by
Denon.
Neuratru. Either way, was
Hold on.
bought by Denon. And so it's these with a different label on them. They are freaking fantastic.
Oh,
None of that
$130
matters. None of that matters right now. I got a different bone to pick here for just a moment, right? Last week we were talking about cheaper earbuds, right? And they were on sale for like less than $50, and Owen's like, "Ooh, 50, 50."
You talking about these right here?
Boom, right there. Those are the ones.
And I'm like, "Oh, I want to do those for my 50/50," but Owen got them, and then apparently Tony did, and I didn't. I got screwed.
You got nothing. So these are the CMF.
Are we gonna talk about these now? Are they
Yeah,
good?
this segues right in.
CMF Buds
Did you buy
Pro
them, Owen?
2. I got the purple ones. They offer them in a couple different colors,
Those
like
look
4
red.
different colors. What?
They look red on their screen.
Well,
That is
that's
not
probably
purple,
just
my dude.
no. I said these are orange. They
I
have
have orange on my
a couple other colors.
I thought you said you got purple.
No.
Yeah, you said I
maybe
got
I
purple
did.
ones.
What I meant to say was I got orange. Is purple the opposite of orange? Did my brain just do a thing?
That'd be cool.
On the color wheel, I think it is. And no, that's blue. Anyway, these are the TLDR. They do not deserve to sound as good as they do for this price. It is
49
wild.
$49.
so I got them on sale for 47. Normal price on
They're-
them is 59. So
they're
60
$59.
bucks. And they sound great. Like stupid good for 59 bucks. And part of that, or maybe most of that, has to do with it's a dual driver setup in each earbud.
Oh yeah, that's huge.
You have an 11 millimeter quote woofer that handles the low end, and like a 6mm for mids and highs. And so it's able to distinctly separate those
Got a
pieces.
crossover.
Yep, those pieces of the sound, and they sound quite good. They also support on their app, which to use these, you just download the Nothing app, because CMF is a sub brand
What do
of
they
Nothing.
call it? A nothing company is what they
Yeah,
call themselves?
exactly. So you download the Nothing app, and you can see I've got it right here. And if I open them up so they connect, hang
The
on.
poor podcast listeners, the audio only people can't see Tony.
Well,
They can go to
then
the
get
YouTubes.
on YouTube.
They
So
can
you go
imagine.
in, and under equalizer, they have an option for Dirac Optio, and Dirac Optio is a sound engineering company that does sound profiles, and it works good on this. They also have an option for the what do you call it? Surround, blah blah blah. You know what I mean? Spatial audio.
Oh, nice.
I didn't like that too much, but the Dirac is like somewhere in the middle. The Dirac Optio sound profile isn't full surround, but it's not any enhancement. And I
Yeah.
thought it sounded really good. The crazy thing about these is they are so bass heavy that I don't have to turn the bass up all the way, which I
Whoa.
do with
I usually
every
always do. Yeah.
earbud. Yeah. It's too much if you turn the bass up all the way. So I leave the bass at 2 out of 5 on the bass
Wow.
settings for this, and they sound great. I mean, if you're looking for a pair of cheap earbuds that you're not
That's me.
you're not going to feel bad if you lose them.
How's the
But-
ANC on them?
The I'm going to get there. Yeah, I might as well do that right now,
You
actually.
were
So the
jumping to
ANC,
price and reviews. And I'm like, I want to know about the ANC, Tony.
yeah, that's fair. The ANC on them is actually decent. It handles the low hum stuff quite well. The higher frequency stuff, nothing holds a candle to the AirPod Pros for the higher frequency noise cancellation, but these do a pretty good job. I used them at the gym yesterday, and when you turn your music on, along with the ANC, you're gold. I mean,
Nice.
you still hear it because every gym for some reason plays really crappy music that has a lot of high end, high ting 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 stuff in their music that's really annoying, but it doesn't filter all of that out, obviously, because nothing will. But that being said, yeah, also supports dual connection, so you can have it connected to 2
Ooh.
items at once and switch
Yep.
between the two very easily. Has low latency audio mode for if you want to hook it up to a gaming device via Bluetooth. And it's also got this fun little wheel, so you can hear it click.
What does that
What does it do?
So, and it's a button too.
What does it do, Tony?
It's an extra input if you want it to be. You can set it up to do something if you click it, or if you roll it, or if you double click it, or if you click and hold.
On the earphones. Oh.
And it affects the earphones. So I have it set to click and hold changes it to low latency mode, and rolling does the volume, and a double click changes the ambient ANC to let
Pass through.
the pass through. So,
Oh.
and then if you want to, you can it's click and it's double click and hold will disable it if you just want to use it to fidget, so you don't end up messing anything up. And then you just double click and hold again, and it
If you're gonna
turns
throw
it
it in your
on
pocket,
as
if
a
you're gonna
remote.
throw
It's
it
a
in your
fidget
pocket.
toy.
Yeah, exactly.
And there's so many features in these cheap little headphones that are
That's what I'm
sound
saying.
amazing.
The only thing this doesn't have that all your high-end phones have is wireless charging on the case.
USB-C though for the
It's USB-C,
charging.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like
Whatever.
that who cares? For this price point, I'm walking away from these just absolutely impressed. The CMF Buds Pro 2 for the price are
Even at full price, what are they normally?
$59. That's what I'm
59.
saying.
Even-
At that
yeah.
price, they are the easiest earbuds I have ever recommended at that price, under $100.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and you're not going to be scrounging for a sale to get them at a good price like some of the other ones that I recommend, because they're more
Ooh.
expensive. But this one's just $59 out the door, plus tax, of course, and you're going to have a really good experience.
Don't use honey. Use Tony.
Yeah, if I had an affiliate code. So there you go. CMF Buds Pro 2. Very, very neat. Let's talk about cheating death.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
That's me. I didn't know we were ever gonna get to my story. Sometimes you skip me. Anyway, so I found this
Give you a
this
chance
article from
right
the
now, you just
BBC of all places.
Complain.
You guys ever want to live forever? Like, have you ever thought about living forever and what that would be
Yeah.
like?
I'm
You
good.
know, there's a
Actually.
song about that in the movie Highlander by
Who
Queen.
wants to live forever. There you go.
Owen's
I
got
have
it.
good news. I got
I
good
don't-
news for you guys.
Wow.
I don't know if
For
I
a
want
mere
that.
$200,000, there is a company called Tomorrow.bio that will come to your house. They have portable ambulances all set up, ready to go. They will drive to your house, and they'll cryo freeze you.
Oh
They
my
won't freeze you. They
gosh.
will cryo freeze you, so that someday in the future, when they've discovered the how to heal your cancer, whatever you died from,
What if it's just old age?
you can live forever. They'll solve that in the future too.
I just
But
I
200
can't
grand,
even think
you
of
get
this.
you get to be cryo frozen. I thought this was like pretty nifty.
I don't think our species is going to be around long enough to figure out how to live forever.
Yeah,
No,
I
neither
don't
do
think
I.
so. Here's the thing. I just can't think of any of these now without thinking of the show Upload. And
See, and for me, the book's the Bobaverse, because
Yeah.
that's exactly what he does at the beginning of the first book. The book starts with him talking to some friends and saying, "Oh yeah, I just signed up for the cryo thing if I die." Just because I can't
That's
remember,
this.
he inherited some money or something. And he didn't know what to do with it. And it's like, oh, well, I'll do this thing.
okay. Okay,
So,
Lando, who's
some more-
who's signing up? Who's signing up for this?
$200,000, not me.
How many people
I
of this
I don't
service?
steal myself, but
It's a
Some-
steal. How much would you pay for eternal life?
Well, here's the
Right.
thing. Here's the thing. It's $200,000 now, and the belief and hope that that company is going to be around long enough.
Oh,
keeping
no,
your
you're-
body
dude,
frozen.
Dude, you're
until-
a popsicle at the back of a truck in about 10 years when the company shuts down. They're just
Right.
like
if that.
down the highway,
Exactly.
clink,
If
clink, clink,
that.
clink, 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 like as you land in a river somewhere and just slowly defrost. Come
So
on.
a couple more interesting points, and this was actually interesting. So during the procedure, the bodies are cooled down to sub-zero temperatures, and supplied with a cryoprotective fluid. So apparently, part of the problem is when you freeze a human or an animal or whatever.
Destructive to the
But
tissue.
once you go below freezing, 0
Water
degrees
crystals,
Celsius,
water
water
molecules,
crystals are a big deal. You
they
care a
destroy
lot about,
cells, right?
They destroy
Mhm.
everything, right?
They destroy
so
cells,
they,
yeah.
they replace all the water and anything that could freeze in your body with cryptoprotective agent, and the solution whose primary components are made of dimethyl sulfoxide, DMSO,
and
and
antifreeze.
ethanol glycol that's used in products like antifreeze. So basically, they inject with antifreeze.
Ethylene
Save your life.
glycol, yep.
Yay!
That
Your
seems
dog drinks that,
suspect.
dies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so basically
Don't let 'em
what,
do that.
whether that in 50, 100, or 1,000 years from now, at some point in the future, medical technology will advance and your life will be saved.
They say,
Rock on.
so far, they have frozen cryopreserved 3 or 4 people and 5 pets, with almost
3 or
700
4?
more
So-
signed up.
So which is it? Is it 3 or is it 4?
I
Yeah.
know,
don't
right?
know.
This is
We-
the BBC. This
They
is the
lost
BBC
Christ.
article.
count. It's
It's
okay.
legit.
They're a startup.
I don't know. We've done 3 or 4 people. Is it 3 or 4?
My
Well,
favorite
It's not
thing
a
about
big
this,
number. That's one hand.
My
Like-
favorite thing of this whole article is the picture of the mobile ambulance and like the inside of it and how janky it looks.
It does. It looks like a
Is there
high
lab
school
coats? I
science
bet they-
project.
Yeah, they got lab coats on, so it's official.
Anyway,
They could deal with some cable management. I can help with that.
Yeah, Jaren is an expert
Jared will
in
take
that.
just half a half
Dear
half a
Tomorrowland. What are they?
patient.
Who are they called? What are they? What's their- what's their-
tomorrow.bio.
There you go. Hey, Dear Tomorrowland bio, guys.
Yeah, to Owen's point, I want to know what happens when they go get bankrupt, because they will go bankrupt.
Yeah.
And they have these assets that they need to sell. Are the bodies assets that they're going to sell?
Who owns that? Yeah.
You know,
That's a
some
great
of us would just
question.
be happy to be an asset to something at some point in our life.
You know
so
what?
Maybe
I paid.
that's
I
not so
paid to be
bad.
an asset. I couldn't become one myself through my own grace,
Yeah.
so I
I'm an
bought it.
asset.
I just want to be an asset someday.
Or a liability.
Anyway, it was
I'm
Well, it's
already
going to
one
end
of
up being a
those.
liability, not an asset.
I mean,
that's
this
for
isn't
sure.
the first company that has. This is not the first company that has done cryo freezing.
Oh no,
right?
no, this
like,
has been around.
like
for
famously Walt
The-
Disney, or like I mean, I'm not sure, but like famously, there have been some high-profile people that have been cryo
Yeah.
frozen.
What I want
The-
to know is, have they successfully revived?
No,
Nobody has.
no,
it.
they have
No.
not.
You
No.
can't be
So-
revived. You can't be
This is
revived.
this is
No,
the
that's thing.
freaking
So this is-
Indiegogo of
this is-
freaking future medicine.
Here's the thing. Not only do they have to have cured whatever is wrong with you, they also have to have created a
Tackle,
way to
yeah.
bring you back
Yeah.
from being frozen, because that part hasn't been figured out yet of the equation.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming back at this point in
Yeah.
Earth's technological history after you've had your blood replaced with antifreeze. You're
Yeah.
not coming back from that
Yeah.
right now.
This is
So
a
good, Tony.
this is a biomedical.
Therefore,
This is a biomedical Kickstarter right here.
This
Like
is-
you're paying for like
This is
you're
a
getting a
giant-
perk.
This is
The
a giant
main-
boondoggle, is what this is.
the
But
main
Tony,
conceit
they
of this
have mobile
technology
ambulances.
has not been tested and cannot be tested.
Exactly right, Jaron.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
And cannot be tested.
Yep.
I
Who's gonna
think they should
volunteer
do
for
it
that?
anyway.
I think it's going to work this time, guys. Go ahead and put
Like-
me under. Bring me back
like,
tomorrow.
please, for well, they don't. They're dead, right? And so what we're hoping is that when you come back, you can revive them, like shock their heart and stuff back awake. Like sure, but I just want to have them unfreeze and just turn to gelatin and fall through the table, like the the little
Yeah.
like cadaver table. Just have it turn into and just go down the
Oh, I
drain.
don't
Like the
that
scene
visual.
in X-Men.
That's
with-
right, the water
with
guy.
the senator. Yep,
Mhm.
Senator
Just
Kelly,
have
I
him
think
just.
it was.
That disturbed me for many years.
He
That was
just-
crazy looking.
You just
at
have
the
he
time.
just
Whoa.
looks his eye contact right at the end is just like and then
Yep.
just bye. Yeah. So that's I would pay I wouldn't pay to see that, but I would go into incognito mode and Reddit and watch that.
That's how you know that
Yeah.
he's interested. He'll go into
Yeah.
incognito mode for that.
I'll go into anonymous mode.
All right, Jaron, tell us how Intel is not killing off its GPUs.
Oh wow, I do exist.
Wow, settle down.
It's
It's
hard
your
to
bad
see.
camera angle, my dude.
It's hard to see. I have to look down
Yeah.
You look
the
down at me
camera-
anyway. How's this
at
any
the
different
camera
than real
angle.
life?
It's like a mop on the screen.
So this is
looking
a
at it.
holdover from CES, but given Intel's recent landscape, they were kind of worried that they wouldn't continue with their GPUs, which I think would be very sad for the industry because it's just been AMD and NVIDIA for forever. Having a third entrant in the market is great for competition. And Intel's latest cards have been extremely good for the price.
Yeah.
They're not
The
competing on
B-
the high end.
For
They're not-
2K
The
For
580
2K
and the
gaming.
570.
For 2K gaming, if that's what you're after, this has been like people have been raving that this is a great card, like
Yeah.
smooth 2K gaming all day
They-
long.
and they have better ray tracing performance than AMD. And
Yeah, can you believe that?
XeSS is a good upscaler.
Yep.
So Intel has put out a good product here for the cost. They're not competing on the high end. No one is except for NVIDIA. But I was worried that these GPUs would get the axe, since given their relative newness in Intel's portfolio.
I'm glad Intel is holding out and taking the beating they are in the market to maintain it.
Yeah,
maintain it.
And so they've confirmed they have no plans on axing their GPUs. Obviously, that can change next week,
You never
just
know.
with new leadership or whatever.
They would never do that. Google's
But for
never done
the
that. Intel
time
won't do
being,
that.
they have committed to continue with this line, which is great. It will improve their APUs. I guess that's an Intel term, isn't it? Or AMD
AMD.
term.
AMD term. They call them iGPUs in Intel.
Yeah. It improve their iGPUs. What I mean by that is the chip where it combines CPU and GPU into one, which is great for handhelds, laptops, and everything. So, yay Intel.
Yeah, we need this competition in the marketplace. Agree 100%. All right. I want to hit on this one because it's very timely. If you've been paying attention to the change of power in the U.S. now, Trump has
Don't
signed
time for this one.
many executive orders
Many.
in the first couple days of his
Some would say too many.
presidency.
People are saying that.
Almost all executive orders are too many, or almost any, I should say, are too many from anyone. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This one specifically caught my attention because we've talked about this on the show before, and there is a phenomenal book that James recommended that goes over the entire story of this guy. It's called American Kingpin.
It is an amazing book.
And it is the story of the Silk Road creator Ross Ulbricht. And today, President Donald Trump pardoned Ross Ulbricht for his crimes around the Silk Road. in the founding and maintaining of the Silk Road.
Where this
which
meets
is-
tech is that the Silk Road is dark web. It's
Silk Road was what made the dark web the place to go.
It turned it. It made it,
to get illegal goods. We're talking drugs. We're talking arms.
everything.
We're talking human trafficking.
Yep.
All of it was on the Silk Road, right? Yep. And this all stems from this guy, Ross William Ulbricht. Ulbricht?
I thought it was Ulbricht.
Oh, it's spelled wrong in the article,
link.
but spelled right on the title.
Oh yeah, Ulbricht.
Why would he do this? Like, why?
He's a libertarian. Ross, you got to read the book, but it explains he's a libertarian. He thought that, and it's all started out because he wanted to do shrooms.
Yep.
Like he thought
an easier
that
way to get shrooms.
Yep, that was it.
Well,
and he thought that,
fair.
and he thought that regulating that was an overreach of the government, and this thing went wildly out of control.
That's the problem.
The story is super
snowballed
compelling.
From there, it is a very fascinating biography. Yeah. Or I guess
it's
a biography.
It's not. Yeah.
It's a biography of him from the age of like 20 to 30.
But it also has a character's point of view, right? Like it's reading it.
You're seeing, well, okay, I guess it's not a biography, but you're seeing the events unfold from the point of view of Ulbricht and also from the point of view of the agencies and whatnot that took him down.
Yeah.
And fascinating read.
He does a disclaimer at the beginning of the book that talks about how that is, so that because he's like it almost is going to sound like this is a fiction. And I'm by the way, I'm not a big into biographies and real world events like this, but this book is so compelling. It's fascinating.
Yeah. In the book, they allege that he attempted to pay for assassinations.
Mm-hmm.
In
here,
court.
right down in your guys' neck of the woods, down in Springville.
Yep.
Springville, Utah.
Really?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But the prosecutors.
Was it after the Rage Against the Machine show?
Yeah, it was after that. Not as a result of that, though. But yeah,
he's free now. He's probably not gonna.
His prosecutor said there's no evidence those murders were actually carried out, which is like, okay, but he still paid for them to be carried out.
Was he in the age of Bitcoin? Could he have latent Bitcoin wallets with?
Absolutely, he could.
Funds in that now that he's pardoned are absolutely accessible.
Oh, no.
Now, if he squirreled some away in wallets that they didn't get off of his computer, because you remember at the end of the story.
Oh, so good. Yeah.
At the end of the story, they were able to get into his computer, and if I remember correctly, into his laptop, and that's how they found all the evidence they needed for everything. But yeah, it's. The fact that he would pardon this guy just blows my mind. It's like, okay, I saw the 1,500 people from the insurrection getting pardoned. He talked about that for months, but this was like, whoa, okay. So
out of the blue, like
this is the guy that is responsible for just the dark web becoming an area of the dark web becoming a Walmart of terrible things to buy.
Yeah.
And launder money, hundreds of millions of dollars.
Who has a connection? This doesn't seem like Trump is. This just does not seem like this was in Trump's vein. Somebody close to him, either Elon is buddies with this guy that said we need to do this. This will make a huge splash because Trump is about, especially right now coming to power. He's about making big splashes, right? He wants to make a big splash coming in.
Exactly.
Set the thing.
If you give everyone so much to scream about that they don't know what to scream about, then they won't notice.
And 250 executive orders is a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Anyway, that's enough of that. But I saw this and I was like, we've talked about this. We have to have an update on this.
And this dovetails. This segues right into the TikTok thing too, which was also part of his administration coming in. The ban, the TikTok
ban. Publicity stunt of going offline.
Oh my gosh!
Need to.
They stared at, so the ban came up, sell or get out, and
but the stipulation wasn't that you had to turn your servers off. The stipulation was that you
stop your service in the U.S. Oh no, yeah, that's right. You had to sell off. You had to sell out of ByteDance, right? Chinese.
Well,
control.
That was what they wanted him to do, but there was nothing in the thing that said they had to stop services on Sunday, right?
My understanding
that was when the ban went into effect.
It was that they couldn't have their app. The App Store owners were supposed to remove their app from being downloaded.
But it reached not just the online stores where you get the app. It went to anybody that services and provides it. So Oracle,
my
anybody who's
understanding,
hosting
the law
the database,
extends to the service providers as well.
Okay, to the service
all the way
providers.
back.
All right.
And so it officially went dark. And they stared him down like we're not doing that. We're not selling off. And I mean, Mr. Beast was in line. He's like, I'll pay 20 billion. The guy from Shark Tank was like, I'll pay whatever. Like they were these, I don't know if I think it was the guy from Shark Tank that offered 20 billion to buy TikTok.
Probably not Mr. Beast. He's not
Mr.
Beast.
I'm like,
he's
he's
rich.
20 billion.
He's rich. He's not that rich.
Yeah, but he, like Mr. Beast did, like it was a big thing. A lot of tech bros, a lot of people coming in to be like, yeah, I'll do it. And this was the conspiracy, is that this was these tech bros that are in power. They're influencing, like Peter Thiel, that are influencing the elections, the politics right now. They wanted a chance to grab this company and carve it into US and take ownership of it and use this whole, connection to the US government, which is not unfounded, by the way, which has been proven that by Chinese law, any Chinese company can be forced to turn over all their data immediately to the Chinese government and have it even physically seized if that's the case. So they stared him down. They didn't do it. And then the law went into effect. It is officially in effect, except for Trump got on X and he made a post that said, no, we shouldn't do this. I'll protect anybody that wants to go ahead and start their stuff back up. He's not even, by the way, he hadn't even been sworn in as president yet. That's
the part that I don't understand. TikTok was back up before Trump was president.
Exactly.
So that means the providers broke the law?
They are breaking the law, but because Trump said
Trump's word over the law.
Exactly.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So Trump makes a tweet that goes, "Now go ahead, guys. Like, I got you." And they all went, "Good enough for us." And Oracle, everybody,
okay.
Apple and Google as for now, Apple and Google still haven't brought the app back to the App Store. At least I was going to have you guys test that, because I know that you and Jaron don't have TikTok installed.
I do, because my wife wants to send me videos.
I don't.
Okay,
I'll
hold on.
check
So
right
I want to
Yeah,
stick my
you check,
tinfoil
Jaron.
hat on it, since we're in the hole, since we've gone down this deep dark
We're
rabbit
way
hole of
deep in
dumb,
here.
I'm still gonna stick on my tinfoil hat. I don't actually have one. I wish I had one like Tony, but I'm gonna stick my conspiracy theory tin.
All right, guys. I searched for Tim Talk and it did not come up.
Let me do my thing, Jaron. So here's the
TikTok.
conspiracy inside me, right?
And
I
after
don't
searching
think
for
this-
Tim Talk, it says TikTok and other ByteDance apps are not available in the country or region you're in.
Did you know that Marvel Snap also
Part of
owned
ByteDance's portfolio.
ByteDance? They're gone.
I got my tinfoil hat on. Let's hear it, Lando.
So here's my conspiracy theory for your tinfoil. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. I don't think this outage had anything to do with the ban at all. I think that was one.
I think it was a grab for
cover-up.
power, right?
Nope. I think this
Oh.
was their SMEs needed an excuse to shut the entire service down and move it onto new servers. And so
You think?
I do. And here's where the
Ooh.
conspiracy comes in. I think that the TikTok platform is now running on Meta servers. I think this is
Meta?
part of
Why Meta?
Consolidation of Meta.
Wow.
Because they have the
no
infrastructure and the
way. You're
money to actually do it. So
insane.
I think
That's
it's
a
backdoor
good
deal.
That's a good tinfoil
So-
hat.
Right?
Foil
It
hat
is- it-
indeed.
It's a
I
fun-
prefaced it.
It's a fun conspiracy theory to think about, but
Because you guys have worked in IT long enough to know that outages like this, or when you need to move servers and
right. But my
Redo
question,
the
It also
They-
gave China a chance to move those wherever they want to, right?
like
ByteDance-
they're going somewhere else. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this
The only-
But it
felt
wasn't
like an
down
outage
worldwide, was
Now,
it?
hang
for a
on.
reason,
No,
not
it was
just
only
in
the
the
ban.
US.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
they-
true.
US. So,
Oh, yeah.
so my other question about that is taking my tinfoil hat off. They would have had to have been working with Meta beforehand to move all that data, because there's no way you could move the TikTok data
Yeah,
in
and Jared-
17 hours. There's
Jared
too
makes a
much.
good point. The service was only down,
and it
in
was
the
only down
US.
in the US.
so it wasn't down everywhere.
I'm not saying it's a perfect conspiracy, guys, but it feels like an outage for.
I saw lots of people that were
upgrade
posting
or
memes
some
that were
sort of
like saying,
move or-
"Should I move to Canada so I can keep TikTok and stuff like that?" Like,
I mean, it's possible that they only have U.S. servers and they needed to migrate just the U.S.
true.
servers. But
Sure. Yep.
I mean,
yep. There were a lot of people that were saying, "Hey, get a
just-
VPN. You can just
just-
go around this with a VPN." But they're saying no, it actually doesn't work because when you create your TikTok account, it brands you as a U.S. user, and so they banned it at the account level. People are like, I could just use a VPN. It's like, no, you have to go. You have to go have a friend in another country that's willing to sign up for a TikTok account for you from that country, and then hand over the credentials to you, wherein you would have to you then would put on a VPN and log in with that account, and would have to always have anyway. It was a big convoluted thing, but yeah. So they stared them down. TikTok ban ended 14 hours later. Is how long it lasted before Trump said, no, I got you. So right now, technically, and this is what the legal experts are saying too, is that a lot of these companies may find that Trump's shield, his I'll defend you thing may not hold up in court.
It was just pardon him like he's done for everyone else.
The fines
first 2
per
days.
user, for violating this are $5,000 per user.
Can you pardon fines as a president?
And can you pardon an entity? Can you pardon a company? Is corporate personhood?
Wasn't that decided a few years ago that a corporation is a person?
But you can't pardon a corporation, can
Yet
you?
orcas aren't people.
Or octopus.
I can't remember how that shook out. If a corporation counts as an individual, I remember there was something about that years ago.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway,
well, we'll see how it shakes out.
Yeah, keep TikToking, I guess, until either the
Okay,
apocalypse
we're
or not.
way over time, Tony.
Hey, Lando, shush.
This was a good episode.
Shush.
I
This
only
was a
had
good
one
episode.
story. It was a crap episode.
Oh.
All right, that's it for today's
Thank you also
episode.
Patreon, please.
That's it for today's episode. But before we go, big shout out to our awesome Patreon backers. It's thanks to you we get to do things like go to CES and partake in.
Just give us your freaking money, please.
Whoa,
Like we love
whoa.
it so much.
Oh,
Wow.
whoa, that crossed a line.
See how Lando.
That
See what
feels
Lando
dirty.
gets like. See what Lando
This
gets
has always
like.
been dirty, Jaron.
Interesting.
But you don't just give us your dollar.
You
No,
get
no,
something
you get
for it.
benefits.
You
We
get
this is
something
an
for
It
it.
needs to be
exchange.
laundered through.
There's some quid pro
Yeah.
quo here. You give
Honey
us money, we
talking.
give you services and
Yeah,
goods in
there
return,
we go.
such as access to the super secret Discord channel. And right now, there's some hot spiciness happening in the super secret Discord channel. I'm not gonna say anything more than that,
Now,
but you're
I'd
missing
like,
out if you're not there right now.
I'd like to point of order. You said goods and services. There are no goods because you will never send out that card for the holidays. So it
The
is just
shame.
services.
The shade and the shame. Where was I?
So Lando,
For a dollar, you
I
get
noticed
spicy.
the bracket you're doing. First, you put
No,
React
don't
1
mention-
for Tony.
no,
two
mute
for
him,
Jaron.
Mute him. Nah.
So I voted for Tony,
You
then
can't,
you-
you can't talk. No,
Yeah.
you can't. Thank you. That's for
Giving
the
away.
in-between
He's
content.
giving away the goods. He's
Yep.
giving
Yeah.
away the
Sold.
milk.
Can't
He
give away
just
the goods.
he just gave away the whole cow.
Yeah, no. So if you want to know what that's all about,
You
go
dirty
to
piece.
go
Man,
to the
Jared's getting spicy.
give us $1 and go to the super secret Discord channel. It's awesome.
Get the full
You
episode
get the full episode early, ad free with the in between. The in between is the real value. If you give us $6 or more, Jaron shouts out you on the air, and you can say whatever you want. It's awesome.
You got
Jared
that for
says
us,
whatever
Jared?
you want.
Jaron says
I'm-
whatever you want.
I'm typing a meanly worded message in the patrons and
You know what I
supporters
like?
Discord
Here's-
right now.
Here's what I
Anyway,
love. Here's
big
what I
shout
love.
out and thank you to David
Oh.
Broshinsky, the best, Interrupting Cow, Aaron Faulkner, Connor Keesaw, Steam Cell, but my backlog. Thank you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you to Bubba Beauregard.
What?
I wanted reaction from
little-
that.
Oh, a little silence for Beauregard back
yeah.
in the saddle.
What is it?
Miss
I
James.
don't think
Throwback.
it is Beauregard. though.
Beauregard.
There it is.
Beauregard.
Miss James.
Beauregard.
Miss James.
But I don't think it is
James.
Beauregard.
pour
I
one
think
out.
it's someone else.
It's an imposter?
Yeah.
It's
Jason
okay.
Eatman. Even my laser pecker is Onyx on Halo.
Hey, I know who that is.
I like you, hi. Be the 8-year-old. Problem with Miss Chonies is munchy meatballs. Kyle Lando is the Patreon simp. What's his face? Tony the Excel and Power Apps nerd. Travis Johnson says buy Geekshow Arcade Helpdesk stickers at Pyman Graphics on Etsy. There, it's shorter. Are you happier now, Lando?
Yeah, so much.
I love it. Jeremy, no name, no color. Keslow, Eric Steinman. Eric Cruz is the best effing username there is. You are all wrong. Suck a butt, nerds.
I enjoyed that a lot, actually.
The in-between rating plus 45. I want my $2. DP, Owen's favorite, Wesley, Turd Ferguson.
Turd Ferguson.
No,
Turd
Ferguson.
Funny name.
Funny name.
Ferguson.
Funny name.
Funny name.
Stuart Lloyd.
Norm McDonald. Did he die?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone has an excuse, but only the guilty use it. And finally, so-and-so.
All right. Thank you so much, Patreon backers.
That's what I wanted. That's the Patreon name. Oh,
It's great.
Eric Cruz. Bueno.
Great job. All right. That's it. We're out of here. Thank you so much for downloading and listening. And we'll see you next week or in a couple days in Arcade. Lando, take us out.
For a mere $200,000, you too can be cryopreserved. Be an end user.